right, thank you. At around 10:15 this morning, we started receiving 911 calls of an active aggressor in the Butchertown neighborhood. Responding officers immediately began clearing the building. And the good news is we have no injuries to any individuals. It does appear, however, that one individual in particular was targeted, and that is one of our mayoral candidates, Craig Greenberg. Mr. Greenberg and his staff were successfully ushered away from the building, and he was not struck in his person, although it does appear as though a round did strike a piece of his clothing. The responding officers have detained an individual who we believe is responsible for the shooting. We have no known motive at this time. We will need to allow the investigators to do the appropriate work. We also have no reason to believe at this time that this individual was acting anything but alone. So as we get further information, we will certainly make it forthcoming. We consider ourselves very fortunate today. Thank you. Good?
Were there any other?
His name or her name? The suspect?
No, not at this time, I'm afraid. We will, though, certainly, if it comes to the point that it is the correct individual and they are charged, we will certainly be forthcoming with all of his information.
Is there any concern or stepped up security around the other candidates for mayor?
Right now, we are looking at this from all angles, and so until we can determine what the motivating factors were, we are going to keep an open mind and proceed with abundance of caution and concern for many of our community members. Mr. Greenberg is Jewish, so there's that. We don't know if it's tied to the candidate, political, or if it's just, are we dealing with someone who has mental issues or is venomous? I don't know. So we have to really keep an open mind and really just be diligent in taking care of our community.
Do you know if there were any prior threats or if this was just kind of a one-off?
Honestly, we will have to drill down on this, and we will certainly get back to you on that.
The large response, ATF was here. Are you getting assistance from federal agencies?
Our federal partners are fantastic. The ATF is embedded with us every day. I immediately notified our FBI partners to ensure that they were involved in the investigative process. Our partners, the marshals, the DEA, every day they support us, so we're very fortunate in that regard.
Chief, can you tell us how the shooter was apprehended and how quickly?
It was in a relatively short amount of time, and it was some responding officers who were in the area looking for an individual who fit the description. They identified someone and detained them.
They were found outside of the building?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, they were found outside of the building.
Was there any security on site at the time of the shooting?
We'll have to get back to you on that one. Thank you.
Was the shooter somebody that the Greenberg campaign or Greenberg
It's
had
far too
recognized?
preliminary to speculate on anything at this point. I've given you what we have, and anything further at this time would just be conjecture. So, but I promise we will be affording you updates as they come. Thank you.